Welcome to the Guestroom where all the demons play. Welcome to the Guestroom, I'm chilling with the gang. Got space for everyone to...
Excuse me. Welcome to another episode of The Guestroom. Alright, so usually I have my guests come in, but this is all this personality, so she had to be, marinating for y'all before. So it's been a crazy journey with Tina. A very inspirational, and she's been like a teacher to me.
Okay.
Listen.
No.
You have been so much to me. You've been like a guru through entering like my sexuality and knowing myself, and as a woman, just
you gonna make me cry. That's so amazing.
No,
to
seriously,
say.
it really is. It because you did all of that. So the fact that I was able to get her on my show, I am so fucking hyped right now. All right, so Tina,
yes.
really quick.
Yes.
Before we get into everything,
Okay.
she is the queen of what did I call it?
I don't know.
All right, so she always wears.
I try
like,
to. I really try to.
Black businesses, small businesses, all their merchandise, and stuff like that. She does that. And she's the one that purchases all that stuff. So I always call her a walking advertisement because she legit, from head to toe, she has somebody's merch on. And she always has somebody on, like, and the thing is, this is what we have to do as Black people. We have to make sure that we put our people on.
That's so true.
And we have to support each other, because if we don't support each other, who the fuck else will? You know what I'm saying?
True.
So, Tina.
Yes.
Can you tell the people?
All right.
Get ready. Go ahead.
I apologize in advance. All right. So my earrings are from Melanie Ashani. She does the jewelry for Issa Rae on Insecure. I don't know if you can see my skin, but I have. What is it? I don't
know if you can see my skin, but
like it may not sparkle the way it should right now, but it's from Honey Mommy, and she's in Philly girl. The shirt is from Gamma Sign Fashions 2 on IG. My girl Jazz did the shirt or whatever. So when I stand up, I need to warn you, it's a lot going on.
It's a lot of ass.
It's a lot going on.
She got a lot of ass.
It is a lot of. I'm sorry.
I wish I had ass like this.
But these tights are from FBF. She is from Chester, I think. Oh, and she's a Black woman. So everything I have on is Black woman. I'm sorry. My bracelets, I usually have a whole lot more, but I took them off. I have some in the mail right now. It's from Eye Candy Adornment, I believe. And she's on IG. She's located in Florida. And
got one more.
I got two more, actually.
Two more.
My bag is from Mia Ray and Glamaholic Lifestyle. I've been supporting Mia Ray for a long time.
And guess what? They Black owned.
Black women. In Detroit. And later on, I'll probably put on a headband because I have a lot of hair. And this is from Soul Bomb Studios. And she's also in Detroit. So, yeah. I'm done.
I got a wallet. And a wallet.
The master bag. Instead of buying Louis, you could buy Glamaholic.
Right, I was about to say, I'd rather buy them because Louis, fuck. One more thing, your keychain.
Oh, my keychain. So with all this stuff going on in Philly and just being hypersensitive about everything in the climate in America, this is from She Defense. And she is located in Atlanta, whatever. And I'm sure that once Tracy and Kamari get everything together, everything will be in the description bar. So yeah, so it comes with, it's really cute. So people think, oh, she's just being cute. But it comes with,
bitch, I'll cut you.
A knife, a little stabby thing, and mace. Because you need to be safe in these streets. Because and it's, my other favorite color is yellow. My first favorite color is purple. But my other favorite color is yellow, so it looks cute. Yeah. Bam! There you go.
They gave me, like, listen, if you want your stuff to be advertised, please send it to her. Because she will wear it. And she will let people know about it.
I do.
Because
it's a joy, especially in this day and age when so many people are focused on luxury items. Yes. It's important to me for Black women, especially Black businesses, to be considered luxury items. Right. Because they put they put more sweat and tears and stuff, and we need to support people that give back to our communities. Right. So I'm just so honored to be here. I really am. Whenever, because I'm much older.
All right, don't say it like that.
Okay, I'm seasoned, and I feel honored when young people allow seasoned people to come into their space and share their wisdom, because oftentimes it doesn't happen, it doesn't occur, or whatever. So thank you,
shared
Tracy.
All your damn wisdom. She has taught me so much, y'all.
I haven't.
Yeah, you did. You did. All right, so just to get into the meat and potatoes of everything, this episode we're going to be talking about respect the process. Mm-hmm. So the reason why I chose this this title for this episode is because Tina is a big believer in respecting your process. Mm-hmm. So not forcing things that are not going to that you don't want to happen, and not trying to live up to other people's expectations. So totally. Like around a certain time you're supposed to be, married or have kids or all that other stuff. But that doesn't happen like that for everybody. Mm-hmm. And I love the fact that I was able to see somebody, because my mom wasn't, married when she had me or anything like that. She got married, I want to say 3 years ago.
I love that. I so love
I'm glad that she's happy. I'm so glad she's happy.
But it's so beautiful because so often you are told, like, if we subscribe to the usual thing of, all right, so you graduate high school, you go to college for 4 years, and then in college you find somebody, you fall in love with them, then you get married, then you have kids, then you do this, you do this, you do this. Who came up with that idea?
Right.
Like, who in the grand scheme of things, like my parents, neither one went to college. I'm just going to put it out there like that. My mom worked for the IRS. My dad worked for United Airlines, like later down in life or whatever. And my parents are much older than a lot of my friends' parents. They never went to college. That wasn't in the grand scheme of things. Mm-hmm. Like, it was, one, I appreciate because they allowed me to be me. And I think I put my own kind of thing on it. Like, let me be honest. In my mind, I wanted I want 5 kids. Who the hell? Who? Why?
What vagina?
Weird. I really wanted 5 kids. I wanted a set of twins. I wanted this. I wanted that, because twins were in my family. Mm-hmm. And then one day I realized that there was pain behind having kids.
Yes.
And I was like, ooh, this is not for me. Like, I want to be a mom, but this is not for me. And I tried to get my mother to have my kids, and she wasn't. Mm-hmm.
So, what does respect the process mean to you? And we're getting into the meat and potatoes of everything. Go ahead.
So, respecting the process to me means that, one, you have to believe in a higher being, being in control of your life, and that you may say what you want. So often, I'm a firm believer in Christ, and I don't want to exclude anyone from this conversation. But a lot of times you may say what you want,
Right.
but the universe, God, whoever you believe in, may say, huh, but I got this plan for you.
Right.
So you can't deviate from my plan.
Right.
And every time you try to do something outside of that, they're like, that's not it. We're gonna turn you right back to this.
Right.
It's like kind of like I love thinking about God as terms of a GPS system.
Oh.
So
Tell more.
I will. So, in a GPS system, you're like, I want to go here. And oftentimes you're not listening to your GPS while you're driving or whatever. So you make a wrong turn. And the GPS is like, okay, I got you. So you make a left turn right up here and you'll still be on track or whatever. And that's how I see life.
Okay.
That oftentimes because we have free will and we're able to do whatever we want to do. So God sees exactly where he wants us to be because he's looking high. But we're still operating in our free will. And God will make a way out of no way. And he will make a way out of our mess. So that means that if you decide, oh, I'm going to do such and such with that dude right there because he looked good, because I like the way he looked. So I'm going to go that way. And God's like, all right, you're going to go that way, but I'm going to still work it out that you're going to go this way in the end. And that's how it works out.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. See, this is why I needed her here. This is why
like so often people use God as a way as punishment, and I don't see it that way. And God is not that way. God is relational, so he wants to have a relationship with you, and he does not hold stuff over your head. So often, we as humans, we hold.
Yeah.
All right. So we as humans, I want you to know, I'm a Christian and I cuss. I'm just that, and that's where I am. If you got a problem with it, so be it. I cuss well. So I honestly believe that God would use anything for his glory. Like there are certain things that I've done in my past, and people may feel a certain type of way. Like, Contina, you shouldn't have did that. All right, but my parents never made me feel guilty for the bullshit that I did. And God doesn't make me feel guilty. So why should I allow you to make me feel guilty about some decisions in my life? And oftentimes, young people need to hear that. And if I could be that voice of reason to make them understand that God will use all that.
She's here.
All that to bring him glory or whatever. That's the whole thing. Like,
but real quick, in a few words.
Oh God.
What does respecting the process look like? Because we come from freedom school background. We got it. That's how they used to say. What does active listening look like?
Right. So I believe respecting the process means that you don't allow anyone to knock you off of your game. That you live in your total truth. Speak your truth. No matter what other people are saying around you, you speak your truth or whatever. Like, I honestly believe that. Like, if you decide to loot, if that's your twist, then you live in that truth. If you decide that you want to be in a relationship with two people or whatever, you live in that truth or whatever. Like, we as Black people need to start living in our truth. I honestly believe that. Because then there's no, like, if someone can say, well, that's not my twist. That may not be your twist.
But it's mine. It's mine.
And I'm not asking you to support it or whatever. All I'm asking is for you to love me. And if you can't love me in my truth, then I don't need you in my circle.
Right. So, I'm
sorry.
You want to pee?
I do. Can I do that?
We're going to take a pee break.
All right.
And we're back, you guys.
Yeah. I just feel so honored. I really do when people open up space for me to talk. Because I can talk about tons of things. And I never know if it hits
the right audience.
Right. Because, you know.
And that's what this is all about. Legit, I wanted to open a space where people can talk about certain things and give people advice, and it gets to a whole nother platform. Like,
right.
There's so many people.
And you're the right person to do it too, because one, you see past people's BS or whatever, and you are able to connect to people on levels that I cannot, because just who I am or whatever. And I'm the typical Capricorn or whatever, where you are just like, but I can see how that person can do this, this, and this. While I'm like
the fuck? Alright, so we're gonna end with your last question.
Okay.
How does social media influence your process? Because me and Dom talked about this, and we were saying how social media makes you feel like you're not on the same track. You know, be like, goals, relationship goals.
Social media will make you think that you're not measuring up. And a lot of times people have to understand that there's a process that goes along. Like, a lot of times we just see the end result of a year or 2 years full of work that you have done or whatever. And social media will have you thinking like, I am shit. Yeah. Because I am not doing this, I'm not doing that. Especially during quarantine, it was this people were like, if you're not doing X, Y, and Z, then you're not doing anything.
But leave me the fuck alone. Leave me alone. Leave me the fuck alone.
Everyone has their own process.
Right. I feel like I've developed my own process, because when I was growing up, they were like, oh, you're going to be pregnant, you're going to be this, you're going to be that. And I'm like, no, like, I'm not about to do none of that shit.
Right.
And I'm going to do things on my own time. I'm going to be in relationships on my own time.
And your own terms.
And I'm going to make my own connections with whoever the fuck I want to make connections with. And be my great self. And she helped a lot with that. So.
I don't know if I did, but I'm just saying that social media only shows you the end result, if that. It doesn't show you the steps that they had to take to that. And everyone's like, oh, I wish my journey was this, and I wish my journey was that. But your journey is your journey. And because you're going through it because you're supposed to share it with someone else that may give up or may be feeling like super low or suicidal or anything like that. Like, oh, I don't have any friends. I don't have this. I don't have that. There's many times that I have felt like I'm alone in the world, even though I have rich friendships with tons of people or whatever. But I recognize like they're going through their own journey or whatever. But you have to be willing, one, to stick to it, and two, to share it or whatever. Whatever you're going through, you have to be willing to be that transparent with your friends or people that are in your circle to say, look, this is what I was going through, and this is how I made it through. It may not, I don't want you to have to go through it, but I'm sharing it with you so you could gather something from it and be encouraged that this is not the end. This is a comma. I need to make that a t-shirt. I need to make a t-shirt that says, this is not the end. This is just a comma. Right. Because that's just what it is. Because if you don't give up, it will get better.
Right.
It will get better. Like that heartache or whatever, I could tell you. It gets better. It gets better. I'm ready for the next episode. Whenever y'all want me to come back, I'm willing to come back. I got tons of just layers.
That's what I want, though. I want them to see and get the knowledge that I received.
And I feel so honored that you hold me.
I told you that before.
I know, but it's like, oh,
if somebody fucking listen to me, right?
Too, and that. Tracy, you come with so much energy and so much experience to the table. It's like, what you gonna really hear from me or whatever. And I think that oftentimes that we as Black women, we don't, like my mom would never be honest with her experience. And I know some of y'all may know my mom. But if I asked her a question, she would be very honest with me and tell me or whatever. And I think that we need to be honest with each other about shit that we go through, so that way we can learn stuff. But I really wish that we as Black women would just be that honest with each other and just be like, look, it is what it is,
Right.
or whatever, you know, because there are a lot of young girls out there experiencing stuff that they go to their peers to talk about, and their peers don't know what the hell they talking
I
about.
don't know what they're talking about.
And I sit there like, what the
I
hell?
learned about sex from peers.
Yeah, you sit there like, what the hell?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
The what? Okay.
All right. So
I could talk
your
for
handles,
hours.
I love it though. I love it though, because you have so much knowledge to give, and
I really don't think it's knowledge. I just think Go ahead.
So, real quick, your handles, things that people will want to know about you, things that you have your hand in, and some of your titles as well.
Oh, okay. So I know, y'all get ready. I am an elder in the Presbyterian Church USA. I am also a moderator of different committees within the church. I am the moderator of the Presbyterian Women at the First Presbyterian Church of Germantown. And I am, you know, it's a lot of older women around the table where I am just so appreciative to be a part of in that conversation, in that realm. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Fluffee, FLUFFEE _chick. On Instagram and Twitter. And if you, I love to read. I'm a reader. I've always been a reader. So if you want to follow my Instagram, it's Contina Reads on IG. So I post.
Don't make it sound.
I post on there like books that I read and things like that. And I am that reader that reads all different types of romance books. I'm very open to historical, paranormal. Paranormal means like vampire, shapeshifters, that kind of thing. Things that Black women don't tend to talk about or whatever. I also love Marvel.
Yeah.
I'm very upset about the whole Black Widow thing. I'm saying they gave us Mulan. Why we got to wait to 2021 for a Black Widow? I'm saying I'm willing to play. I will pay for Black Widow.
I'll pay for it.
I like Mulan too because she's my favorite. She's my favorite.
But it's coming back for my birthday weekend. So
okay, so there you go.
Mm-hmm.
So we could dress up. I'm into cosplay, even though I enjoy watching other people play. If they made something in my size, I will wear it.
Oh, we need we were trying to do a Halloween episode, so you might be the one.
This little boy he lives next door. His teacher was like, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" Nope. He paused, and she must have did something else. He went and got his costume, and he came back, and she's like, "Oh, so what do you want to be when you grow up?" He was dressed up as Spider-Man.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. Okay.
And his father was like, "Well," then I said, "I appreciate it. I would have gave him an A." One, he thought ahead. Like he was like, "Oh, I got the costume.
Bet.
I'm ready."
Bet.
Yeah. But I just thank you for having me.
You're welcome. And she shall be back with more knowledge and
Because they gave me red wine. That's the only reason why I'll be back.
And remember, you can't put concealer on a micro penis.
You can't? Oh shit.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Brown girl, brown girl, brown girl, brown girl. Let me hear that right. Brown girl, brown girl, brown girl, brown girl. Brown girl, brown girl, brown girl, brown girl. Yeah.
It be look. Oh.
I don't see anything.
Shut the fuck up, Kamari.